That's my robot impression. Welcome to my RV. I'm glad you're here with me. Today we're going to be painting. Painting what, you ask? Well, wait a second, I'll tell you. We're going to paint this appliances. I got some of this appliance white paint. Zippity zip. And high temp ultra, better than the high temp regular. But I used to remember the last video I started on the hood. I did not finish it. This just got a coat of regular white Rust-Oleum, but I'm going to sand it a little bit, a couple little drips on there. It's got little dings and dents. I could very well have filled them with Bondo, but I don't know if I care enough for these little dents. But if you don't see, the stove is disgusting. The black paint is for these jobbers right here. The hobs, I think those are called hobs. At least they're hobs on an electric stove. But anyway, yeah, this thing is pretty gross. And I'm going to give it a good sanding, and then give it a coat of paint. Lucky for me, I don't have to spray paint inside or outside. Outside kind of sucks because you got the the lighting in here is weird. It's very Halloween. But luckily for me, actually I get a hijack. I'm going to be using my ex-wife's garage. She's out of town, but lucky for me, she doesn't watch my videos. I think she just immediately clicks dislike on them straight away. So that I'm not worried about. So she'll dislike this video, but she won't know that I'm spray painting in her garage. Am I that guy? Yes. Anyway, yeah, so let me get started. This guy comes off pretty easily. That's it. Really all there is to it. You have one little hook on here, and just a little tiny little hole on the other side, and it just pops right out. Dude, that needs cleaned. This door here is slightly more of a job. Not a big deal, only a couple little screws. I'm not trying to take the whole thing off, I'm just trying to take the front face of it off. And two on the bottom. This little handle here, just a couple screws in the back. Seems like common sense, but it's common sense that I lack sometimes. Be sure to put all your screws in the same place so you don't lose them. I like to use these little cup holders. This bit here could just do with a bit of a cleaning, really. This I don't want to paint because I like the old kind of old school Magic Chef. Big fat guy right there. I imagine he's some sort of spaghetti bending dago. That's why he's got that big Guido mustache on him, that garlic bending wop dago. And I'm going to probably, maybe I'll just do the rest of these. I'm not going to spray paint it because I'm going to spray paint all over the place. So down the edges here, I got the gloss paint, the Rust-Oleum gloss paint that I did the cabinets with. And it's essentially the same, so I can do those bits with that. This part is just going to be me sanding. That's you take a sandpaper, piece of sandpaper, and you sand it. Do you need a video for that? Does it need to be a tutorial about sanding? I don't think there really does. You can't figure that out. No YouTube video is going to help you. Just sand it down. Sand it smooth. You got me? Hear what I'm saying? Smooth. Now that I'm done sanding them, I'm going to get all the grease and dust off of it so my paint will stick on there real nice. This part is actually very important. If you don't have any, if you have any grease or whatever little spots on there, it's going to be a real pain in the ass. Then you have to sand it down and it basically do the whole thing. Unless you just like your stuff looking like crap, which I don't. Well, I got them all cleaned up. I got them on a can here. They're all raised, except for these fellas over here. Just so that way I can get up to the edges and it doesn't like stick to the table and all that kind of crap. So let's get ready to paint. The name of the game is lots of light coats. Otherwise you'll get runs and drips. It's not a race. Take your time. Well, not looking too shabby. I'm going to let them dry overnight. I usually get a little bit too overexcited and I put them up too soon and then I gum up the works. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to let them sit. I don't know if you can see those very well. But yeah, let them sit overnight and then we'll reassemble my stove. Well, that's pretty much it. I let it sit overnight. It's pretty dope, dudes. Like a brand new stove. How you like me now? All cleaned up, ready to hit the town. Yeah, I'm gonna let this let the little duders here set up a little bit longer for the high temp paint before I use it. Maybe give it 48 hours. But other than that, I think it looks pretty darn nice. Also, one quick thing I wanted to mention is make sure you clean out your stove, because you don't want to have a grease fire and burn to death, especially in your nice new clean stove when you're making your chicken nuggets and such. And one of the downsides I noticed to the RV stove is I was trying to kill myself earlier today, and I realized I couldn't even get my whole head in this thing. So, but anyway, it looks nice. But anyway, if you guys got any questions about the paint job or whatnot, just post it below. Have a nice one.